Hey guys, Folded Legs here. Welcome back to the channel. Before we jump into today's video, do me a quick favor, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you never miss a new upload. It only takes a second, but it helps us grow and keeps the community strong. Plus, it lets me know you're enjoying the content so I can keep bringing you even more. Alright, let's get started. Spy X Family Season 1 episodes 12 to 25. Hey guys, Folded Legs here. Yes, there's gameplay in the background. No, it has absolutely nothing to do with this video. It's just there so you don't have to stare at me sitting at my desk like a confused NPC for 15 minutes straight. Before we dive in, I just want to say this. I worked really hard on these videos. The writing, the breakdowns, the jokes, the editing, all of it. So if you end up enjoying this, drop a like, leave a comment, tell me what part cracked you up. It helps me, it helps the algorithm, and it keeps my chaotic gremlin heart happy. Alright, Spy X Family, Season 1, spoiler-free TLDR for anyone new. The show is pure chaos packaged as a wholesome family anime. We've got a spy pretending to be a dad, an assassin pretending to be a mom, a telepathic gremlin pretending to be a normal child, and somehow, someway, they manage to be the most functional, dysfunctional family on TV. It's comedy, it's action, it's adorable, it's unhinged, and it has more heart than it has any right to. So, if you're ready, let's get into one of the most charming, weird, and unexpectedly wholesome anime experiences I've had in a long time for. Section 1, Anya's Big Dog Adventures. Episode 13, Big Floofy Dog Energy. Episode 13 starts with the Forgers having this suspiciously peaceful breakfast. The calm before the Forger-style storm. Lloyd is trying so hard to act like a normal dad, but this man gives off, I am definitely hiding top. Secret files under the toast energy. Then Anya sees a giant fluffy dog. A dog so majestic it looks like it files taxes early. She locks in instantly like, yes, this creature and I share one brain cell. Naturally, she wanders off. Peak Anya behavior. Your switches to Olympic Assassin mom mode. Jumping, flipping, scanning the area like she is speedrunning Parental Panic. She finds Anya near some random dudes and immediately jumps to the wrong genre. Are you trying to marry my child? Ma'am, please. This is not a soap opera. Chaos happens. Confusion happens. And somehow, floof acquisition energy wins the day. Episode 14, Ketchup Chaos and Dog with WIFE. Episode 14 is Spy X Family being pure Spy X Family, which means danger, noise, and comedy that makes no sense. Anya and the giant fluffy dog suddenly sync up like they shared the same imaginary Wi-Fi network. She sees something, panics, and hops on the dog like she unlocked fast travel. Gone. Your turns around mid-conversation like, where's my child? And instantly activates her assassin parkour mom sprint. 1 second she is polite. The next she is moving like she stole her own body. Meanwhile, Lloyd is doing paperwork, which is code for doing anything except relaxing. Someone out there mistakes an important note for food. Peak anime government behavior. The whole vibe is Anya acting on instinct. You're running like the wind. Lloyd aging 10 years per minute. And the dog existing like, I did not apply for this storyline. Episode 15, Fluffy Penguin 2.0 has entered the chat. Episode 15 is pure serotonin wrapped in chaos. Everything starts normal, which means it is absolutely not normal. Within minutes, Anya is in another how did we get here situation. You're just a worried mom flips. Lloyd is juggling spy stress like a full-time sport, and Anya decides the giant fluffy dog is now her emotional support marshmallow. She tries training him, naming him, and basically promotes him to Fluffy Penguin 2.0. In her tiny gremlin imagination, the Forgers keep pretending this is just a fake family mission, but they are way too soft for each other, way too protective, way too invested. By the end, it is obvious. This is not just a dog joining the family. The Forgers joined him. Section 3, Gremlin Codes and Homewrecker Energy. Episode 19, Gloom and Drama and Parkour Mom. Alright. Episode 19 kicks off with George Glooman acting like he just lost his entire life savings. The kid overhears one thing about his dad's company and instantly turns into a dramatic Victorian orphan. He tries to frame Damien for random nonsense, and the whole class goes full telenovela, giving Damien goodbye stares like he's being shipped to another planet. George milks it too, making everyone errands for him, carry his stuff, and basically treat him like royalty. Anya finally steps in with her telepath brain hacks, because even she's like, bro, you're doing way too much. Then we jump to Yor, who realizes Anya forgot her gym clothes and immediately activates Parkour Mom mode. She's jumping rooftops, sliding down rails, catching falling objects with her feet, looking like she's late for her assassin side gig, all to deliver clothes Anya didn't even need. It's chaotic, it's unnecessary, and it's peak Forger family energy, because underneath all the madness, they really care about each other. Episode 20, Take Your Gremlin to Work Day. Episode 20 starts with Anya being the adorable little menace she was born to be. Her class gets assigned a Follow Your Parents' Job project, and she's instantly torn between two disasters. Princess Yor, who imagines teaching Anya her job, and has a full existential crisis about accidentally turning her child into a tiny blood-covered assassin. And Lloyd, who pretends to be a calm hospital worker, but radiates I'm lying for national security energy. Yor's meltdown is priceless. She's picturing the worst scenarios, and the only thing she worries about is Anya getting dirty, not the whole, occupation. Peak your logic. So Anya picks Lloyd and immediately becomes a workplace hazard. She wanders off, presses buttons she shouldn't, gets into places no child should logically fit into, and uses Lloyd's therapy sandbox to stage a full spy war. Lloyd walks him like, clearly she's stressed. No sir, she's just feral. Then Anya switches to full gremlin mode and makes a secret code, hands it out like coupons. Random kids, teachers, Lloyd's co-workers, a stray cloud probably. Princess Anya is out here building a spy network and nobody knows it. Frankie reads the note like it's a love confession, gets all dressed up, waits dramatically, and gets stood up by a 6-year-old who forgot she wrote it. Peak tragic comedy, peak Frankie, and under all the chaos, Lloyd accidentally slips into real dad mode. Yor overthinks her place in the family, and Anya just wants to belong. Episode 16, Yor versus the Laws of Cooking. Yor wakes up one day and decides, I will cook for my family, which is adorable, until you remember this woman fights assassins for a living and has never once battled a frying pan. She tries her best, but everything she touches dies instantly. Lloyd looks at her meals like he's analyzing biological warfare. Anya refuses to blink because if she does, she might wake up in heaven. Absolute chaos. So Yor goes to learn how to cook like a normal person, which is hilarious because she chops vegetables like they insulted her honor and panics. Every time something sizzles, but she keeps trying, stubborn, determined, and genuinely wanting to be better for Lloyd and Anya. And honestly, by the end, she actually makes something edible, and the way she beams with pride, yeah, that one gets you a little. Gremlin chaos meets genuine growth. Perfect combo. Episode 17, Griffin Disaster, Full Metal Mom, and Catch-Up Crimes. Episode 17 is 3 mini-stories, stitched together by pure spy ex-family nonsense. First up, Damien wants to make a majestic griffin for art class. You'd think this is simple, but then Anya shows up. She helps, which means the griffin ends up looking like it survived a bar fight and lost. Damien goes through all 5 stages of grief in under 3 minutes. And somehow the teacher thinks it's a beautiful artistic metaphor. Peak spy ex-family, failure becomes success, because no one knows what's happening. Next, Sylvia, the full middle lady. Everyone thinks she's this flawless icon of strength. Meanwhile, she's running on caffeine and trauma. Lloyd can barely keep up with her walk and talk briefings. Queen energy. Finally, Anya makes Lloyd omelet rice. She writes P-A-P-A in ketchup, at least. That's what she thinks she wrote. It looks more like she summoned a demon. Lloyd still eats it like a champ. Father of the Year. Episode 18, Uncle Tutor Meltdown and Discount Spy Daybreak. Yor invites Yuri over to tutor Anya. This is already a bad idea. Yuri shows up bragging about being a genius, sits down to teach her, and immediately starts losing brain cells. Anya tries to cheat by reading his mind, still gets everything wrong. Yuri questioning reality equals comedy gold. Then we get Daybreak, the funniest man to ever fail at espionage. He shows up posing dramatically, striking hero stances like he's in the wrong anime, and screws up absolutely everything he touches. Lloyd has to quietly fix all his mistakes behind him like a frustrated kindergarten teacher. Anya gets her test results later and celebrates like she won the lottery, even though she basically passed by luck. Gremlin confidence undefeated. Episode 21, jealousy, gymnastics, and a homewrecker in a trench coat. Alright, episode 21 is one of those spy ex-family. Remembered, it's also a drama sometimes episodes. The pacing is weird, like the show slammed on the brakes and said, time for feelings? Maybe. And honestly, it's fine. Not my favorite, but it's still funny in that off-brand anime way. We meet Fiona, aka Nightfall, aka the woman who showed up ready to steal. Lloyd and his whole family dynamic. She pulls up acting polite, but the energy is pure. I could replace your wife in 0.2 seconds. Your senses the vibe instantly and goes into full, oh god, am I a bad wife spiral. Meanwhile, Fiona is judging every move, like she's grading Yor on a secret assassin rubric. Anya, being a certified gremlin, keeps reading everybody's minds, and gets hit with so many spicy adult emotions she practically short circuits. Her brain is like, what are these vibes and why do they feel illegal? And then, because the show can't stay serious for more than 10 seconds, we get a ridiculous jealousy moment involving a plushie, because apparently even stuffed animals get emotional in this world. By the end, you're like, okay, weird episode. Cute moments, strange pacing, but fine. Yor is doubting herself. Fiona is plotting. Lloyd is oblivious. And Anya is just hugging Yor like, no vows shall prosper. Not the strongest episode, but still enough chaos to keep it spy ex-family. Episode 22, tennis, trauma, and too much Fiona energy. Alright, I'm gonna be real with you. Episode 22 was not my favorite. Like, at all. Spy ex-family has a rhythm. Cute chaos. Gremlin disasters. You're being terrifyingly hot. Lloyd losing brain cells trying to be a dad. And then this episode felt like the show suddenly said, hey, what if we became a sports anime for 24 minutes? Lloyd and Fiona basically team up for a tennis mission, and the whole thing is played so straight it loops back around into weird. Fiona is out here trying to impress Lloyd. By hitting balls so hard they create craters. Lloyd is calmly being Lloyd. And the tournament is so rigged it feels like Mario Party with trauma. And listen, it's funny in spots. Fiona simping aggressively in her head. The opponents panicking politely. Lloyd maintaining his I am a professional, please stop expression. But as a Spy X Family episode, yeah, it felt like filler wearing a Mission Impossible wig. Not terrible, just very meh. One of the rare episodes where I sat there like, okay, but where's Anya? Where's the gremlin energy? Where's your doing a backflip for no reason? Good news though, this episode clearly exists to set up the next episodes. Let's hope those hit. Episode 23, please end the tennis arc challenge. Jer saves the show. Episode 23, yeah, this one also wasn't it. Still stuck in the weird tennis arc that feels like filler wearing sunglasses. Pretending to be a mission. Lloyd is out here playing 4D tennis like it's part of his spy contract. Fiona is simping so aggressively she might actually combust. And the entire tournament is so rigged it feels like the Pokemon Battle Tower on Nightmare mode. Everything is sweaty, dramatic, and way too serious for a show that normally gives us Anya eating peanuts like a goblin and you're breaking sound barriers just to pick up groceries. But then, at the very end, the moment happens. Fiona tries to prove she's the superior wife by showing off her tennis skills. And you're sweet. Soft-spoken Yor steps up like, oh, tennis? I can try smiley face. She swings once, just once, and accidentally obliterates the tennis ball into confetti. Not cracked, not dented. Confetti. And the best part, she immediately goes back to polite Yor mode like, oh no, did I do something wrong? Ma'am, you just killed a tennis ball with kindness. Gremlin energy restored. Your supremacy restored. Episode 24, Mom Anxiety and Rich Girl Chaos. Episode 24 finally brings the Spy X. Family charm snapping back like it never left. Yor starts the episode in full sweet but panicking princess mode. All it takes is one tiny reminder that Fiona exists, and suddenly Yor's brain is like, what if Lloyd fires me from being his wife? Ma'am, please. Nobody is firing you from anything. She tries to act normal, but ends up stiff as a board, smiling like a malfunctioning NPC. Lloyd, meanwhile, reads her completely wrong, classic Lloyd, and thinks she is onto him, which only makes him more paranoid. Then Yor does a little self-defense practice and casually kicks Lloyd into the stratosphere, like full Dragon Ball launch. He lands thinking, yes, this is fine. Spy logic meets assassin logic and both lose. But then, the softness hits. Lloyd accidentally slips into real husband mode, reassures her, and Yor melts like warm pudding. Peak wholesome, peak forger vibes. Part 2 switches straight into rich girl chaos as Becky drags Anya on a shopping trip that looks like a mini fashion anime spin-off. Becky is imagining future weddings. Anya is imagining running away forever. Somehow they end up bonding, being adorable, and buying matching charms like tiny besties. And when Anya shows you her new little trinket, Yor lights up like the sun. Gremlin world and family world finally balance again. Spy X Family is back. The charm is BSCK. And honestly, my serotonin is BSCK. Episode 25 finally snaps Spy X family back into its perfect chaotic groove. All the weird energy from the last 2 episodes, gone, vaporized. The charm is back, and it feels like the show is apologizing for traumatizing us with underground tennis. We get an elite school mixer that looks fancy, but feels like a battlefield. Lloyd has to infiltrate while pretending to be the most normal man alive, and Anya immediately falls asleep mid-mission like the tiny gremlin queen she is. Peak timing, peak sabotage, peak support. Damien is going through every emotion at once: pride, panic. Do I like Anya? Does my dad know I exist? All layered like an emotional lasagna. Lloyd gently nudges him to talk to his dad, but not in a manipulative way, more like, "Hey champ, maybe don't implode." Then Lloyd finally approaches Donovan with the most hilariously normal apology ever. "Sorry my child punched your child." Meanwhile, he's internally calculating international peace strategies. And somehow, it works. Not big progress. Not dramatic progress, but real, human, awkward, tiny but important progress. Season 1 ends exactly how Spy X family should feel: warm, weird, heartfelt, chaotic. And full of that, this family isn't fake anymore energy. And honestly, I can't wait for Season 2 either. Season 1 outro. Operation, thank you. Alright, before we wrap this up, here's the quick recap I promised. Season 1 of Spy X Family was pure chaos in the best possible way. A spy pretending to be a dad, an assassin pretending to be a mom, a telepathic gremlin pretending to be normal. And somewhere in that mess, they accidentally built the most wholesome family I've seen in anime in a long time. It's funny, it's sweet, it's ridiculous, and it works because this family is held together by love, lies, and whatever planet Anya's brain lives on. Now, before I let you guys go, I actually need to be real with you for a second. Thank you. Seriously, thank you. Every message, every comment, every kind word when my dad passed, every ridiculous joke, every "Hey, bro, are you doing okay?" It meant more than I can explain. Sometimes you don't realize how much people care until life hits you sideways. And during one of the hardest moments of my life, you guys showed up, loud, supportive, and honestly way more kind than I ever expected from the internet. And I think because I care so much about doing this right, I've been pushing myself to the point where I'm kind of burning out. Between writing 60,000 plus words a week, editing scripts, recording, running TikTok, and trying to make every video feel like something you'd actually enjoy, I overwhelmed myself hard. Like, oh, cool, I forgot what sleep feels like level. So here's the plan moving forward. Nothing is changing in quality. Nothing is changing in tone. You're still getting the deep dives, the chaos, the jokes, the gremlin energy, all of it. But to keep myself alive, I'm switching to one big deep dive video every other week. And on the weeks in between, I'll drop either a mental health update, a Q&A, or something smaller that still feels like us. Something real, something manageable, something sustainable, because I love making these. I love talking about anime with you all, and I am not stopping. I just need to stop speedrunning burnout like it's a collectibles challenge. So, if you made it all the way to the end of this outro, drop fluffy penguins in the comments, so I know who the real ones are. Thank you for everything. Truly, onward to Season 2, and onward to more chaos with the Forgers, and with us.